WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here in Germany, tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. I have a single cask of Balblair 16-year-old for Germany exclusively. Whiskybase number 248072. This was distilled in 2006, bottled 2023. We have cask number 484, and we have number of bottles 156. So price of 128 euros and 50 cents at the moment. Now I'm actually reviewing this just days after this hit the market in Germany. It can only be bought at one single store, whisky.de. Now maybe other stores will also be getting it soon, or it might be a whisky.de exclusive. I don't know. According to their website, this is ex-bourbon cask. According to this, it's a single cask. According to the box, it says natural color, non-chilled filtered. According to the bottle, it says just this. The weirdest thing I've read, bottled at natural color. I've heard bottled at cask strength, but bottled at natural color? The preposition there is a little bit unusual, to be honest. All right, so why don't you put it on the bottle that it's non-chilled filtered? Company Balblair. All right, so you do put something on the back of this nice little box here, and it's the word Germany. I mean, you can't even print it much bigger than that now, can you? I just found that so weird. All right, so that's that. Yeah. Single cask Balblair, 128 euros. Nowhere is the mention on the bottle or on the box that this is cask strength. So 51.5% sounds like something that is actually adjusted by mankind and not made by our nature. But we'll see. Last year, this is 2024 now that we're at. I think at the beginning of 2023, we also had a single cask from Balblair. I reviewed it. I ripped it apart. I did not like it at all. All right, so we'll see what this year's is. Why did I buy it again? I have a group of super fans. They support me on Patreon, and Marcel from the group said, "Jason, are you going to do a bottle share of the single cask Balblair 16-year-old exclusively for Germany?" I looked at it and said, "Yes," and I bought the bottle, and now I have it. Now I'm sharing it. That's the reason why. All right, so two little interesting facts here, according to the book that I love to read, the Malt Whiskey Yearbook. Balblair has global sales of just 150,000 bottles. That's not very much. All right, that's about 100,000 liters. They have a capacity of producing 1.8 million. So a tenth of their stock goes into single malt, 9/10 goes into blends. All right, Balblair was founded 1790, which I forgot is the fourth oldest licensed distillery Scotland's. And there was one that belongs to, so I have to get all the names right here. It belongs to Inverhouse Distillers, together with Old Pulteney and Speyburn. They belong to International Beverage Holdings, which is a part of the business group called Thai Bev. Whew, I thought I got it all right. Inverhouse. Okay, what am I going to compare it to? First of all, just to show off the price here again. This is 128 euros. This is 16 years of age. This is Kleinlich, Diageo Special Release, 10 years of age. And this is 57.5% ABV. I was lucky enough to get it for 149 euros. The going price, according to Whiskybase, which is the Whiskybase number 238721, is about 100, and in Germany, I see it here for 179 euros. Ouch. All right, so 50 euros more for a 10-year-old product versus the 16-year-old product. Now, you have 5% more, basically ABV, than here, and here you have a lot of fresh, first fill bourbon American oak casks. I'm not even sure if that's going to, I'm fairly certain this is not first fill. This is probably second, maybe even third fill. All right, so the Americans used it once, then went to Scotland, first fill, second fill, third fill. Don't forget, every cask is like a tea bag. The more you use it, the less color and the less aroma you get, and the more bitterness usually comes out due to that. All right, so I'm going to spend most of my time with the Balblair. Just everyone's referencing back to the Clynelish here. Was not a big fan of the Clynelish. All right, way overpriced, and the taste was okay. On the nose, this is a subtle whiskey. Just as a comparison, this has flavor, this has fruit, this has pears, this has apple, this has oak, this has even tangerines is what I get here. This has character. This is understatement. This is very subtle. This is very quiet. Now, I'm not a very quiet, calm person. I constantly active, doing something. I sometimes have the problem of Ralphie.com. He can actually take a whiskey and just nose it for 2 hours. I can, but I have to watch a film while doing it. I have to do something else while doing it and so on. But I just can't focus and be in the moment with only that whiskey here if it doesn't grab my attention. A little bit of graham cracker crust. A little bit of I get barley sugars. I get a little bit of a honey. Maybe even a star fruit. But there's not a whole lot going on here. It's very, very subtle, very, very tuned back. Sometimes I talk about that volume dial. This is today 7. This is today 3. All right. This is very, very quiet. All right. So let's see what else do we have to mention here. 156 bottles. Cask number 464. 16 years of age. It matured in a single ex-bourbon cask. Cheers. What always disappoints me with Balblair, at least the single cask so far have always disappointed me. There's a certain heat. Burns my tongue. It attacks. It's just hot. This is 16 years. I would expect there to be a secondary type of maturation, a subtractive type of maturation. You have additive, you put color in there, you put oak flavor in there, you subtract something. I have the picture of we have alcohol molecules that are very like sand kernels. If you get them in the river, they all kind of rounded and nice and no longer sharp corners. This still has all that sharp corners in there. All that alcohol bite is still there. And that after 16 years. 16 years is a fairly long time to be in a cask. Now, I know single grains, we kind of say, hey, 30 years plus. But this is single malt. This is Balblair Distillery. They make some good stuff. And yet this whiskey for me at this 51.5% here just doesn't cause any type of excitement, but rather a little bit of disappointment. Now, this is going to be a C- whiskey for me. Wait, but Jason, you have not tried it yet with water. All right, let's do that. Let's add a little bit of water. Let's take it down to like 48, 47% and see what happens here. Do I get any Scottish mist? Better. But then there's that bitterness towards the end. That oak cask, used casks, bitterness, and there's still heat. Officially, I should have gotten, and these are some of the vaguest tasting notes I've read in a while. So, fresh flavors of tropical fruit. I don't get the tropical fruit. I said star fruit, so maybe I do. All right, poached pear and banana. Do not get any banana, but I've been known to be banana blind. Laced with butterscotch and honey. All right, palate, delicate, warming spice flavors intertwined with notes of vanilla, white chocolate, and cream toffee. The finish is lingering notes of spice, honey, and vanilla. So we should be getting honey, vanilla, spice, maybe a little bit of white chocolate. I don't get the white chocolate either. Value for money, this is a D plus for me. The specifications of this whiskey: 16 years of age, single cask, ex-bourbon, 51.5%, 2006 to 2023, 128 euros. That sounds good. That sounds like a great, great bargain. But what's the best bargain of a great price of a whiskey if I don't like the whiskey? The whiskey should attract me, should lure me in, should actually invite me to have a second and third sip. And I just look at the bottle and I go, oh, wow. Luckily, I did a bottle share. It's all gone. Don't worry. I don't have to worry about that at all. I'll just fill up the samples and then send them on out in the next couple of weeks. That's okay. As I said, a Patreon here, super fan of mine. He asked, hey, would you buy the bottle? I did the bottle share. We're safe. We're good. But I don't really need to try this whiskey again. It's just not doing it for me. It's just too subtle, too quiet, too meh. All right. On the contrary, if we go over here to the Kleinlish 10, which I was not a great fan of, but today in comparison, and it really helps you understand where I am with the comparisons here. This, as I said on the nose, so much more going on in here. I still get the waxiness, I still get a little bit of the fruitiness, I still get the vanilla, I still get the spice, get the apples and the pears. First fill bourbon. Wow. Flavor. Is it the perfect flavor combination? No. But it has flavor. It has aromas. It has transitions. This is just, sorry to use this word, dull. Hot and dull. This has a little bit of excitement, a little bit of fanfare, a little bit of, hey, I'm here. Might not be the best here, but it's good. Question of the day. What is your favorite Balblair product? Could be a single cask. It could be part of the core range. What products do you like from Balblair? I remember it was in 1999, I think, the Balblairs that were just absolutely, magnificent. I'm going to say majesty, but magnificent. I don't really have the opinion that Balblair has in the last couple of years been anywhere close to grabbing my attention. There's a list of the top 60 single malt scotch in the world. Balblair is not on it. There's 60 other single malts that are more commonly sold than Balblair. There might be a reason for that. I don't know. WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here in Germany, tasting a single cask for Germany, hot and a little dull. What is your favorite bottle from Balblair? See you real soon. Bye-bye.